Sometimes it can be a nightmare to get unstuck. And so you want to always be careful when you're working with it to go ahead and pull off that excess. Don't try to just pull it all off at one time. So you can see I've started pulling away the excess vinyl, and I'm beginning to form the word coffee on my mug. And now you have to go in and you want to find the centerpieces of your O, your F's, and your E's, okay? And you want to pull those out, because if you don't, then it's just going to look like coffee without your insides, just like that. So the O, you're going to pull that away. And if you forget where you should be pulling it from, you can always go back to Cricut Design Space and look back at the word coffee, and it will show you exactly what it's supposed to look like. So it's still coming together here. I'm just pulling away the vinyl that's inside of my letters. I'm just pulling those out, okay? So that's why it's really good, or will really come in handy if you have a weeding tool. This tool really, really comes in handy, and it is a Cricut tool. All right, so now I have the word coffee, just like we had in Cricut Design Space. That's our word coffee. So what you just did is you went through actually how to put an image on your canvas in Cricut Design Space. And if you have the free membership, then this was free for you. If not, then you probably have just the word coffee, just in text. Either one is fine. And so what we have to do now is to get coffee off of here and onto the transfer tape so that we can put it on our mug. So the next step is you're going to take your transfer tape now and get to the sticky side. And just put this over to the side because we're going to put this back on when we're done, okay? So you're going to take and you're going to put the transfer tape directly on your coffee words, just like that. Now, your transfer tape will come in a roll like this. You can buy it in a roll just like this. And all I did was I took a piece of transfer tape and cut it out to the size that I needed, so that I would have enough to put across my coffee, okay? Now at this point, I can use this tool as a tool multi-use. And what I mean by that is I can take the backing of this, and now I want to take and rub coffee until it comes off of the plastic piece, or not off of the plastic piece, but off of this part, and sticks to the plastic, okay? So now all I'm going to do is I'm just pressing down on the transfer tape to get the coffee to stick to it, okay? Because the coffee was stuck to your vinyl backing or your paper backing, and now you want to get it off and onto your transfer tape. So you can start to lift your transfer tape to see if your coffee will come with it. And if not, you just continue to press it. Sometimes you can kind of pull up the letter a little bit to see if it will move. So you can see it's coming off onto the transfer tape. And that's what you want it to do. Okay, so now this is blank, okay, and now coffee is on my transfer tape, okay, coffee is now on my transfer tape. So now what we want to do is we want to take our coffee mug, and wherever you want to center it on your coffee mug, you're going to be laying this on the coffee mug and use that same process to get it to stick by rubbing and pressing down on the word coffee, okay? You're gonna rub it up, down onto the coffee to get it to stick. And because I was talking and not paying attention, mine didn't sit really where I wanted it to, but that's totally fine. This is my mug, so I'm not going to stress about it. But there I have now coffee on my mug. Okay, so I have coffee on one side, and then I have it decorated with a nice, pretty, colorful flower design on the other side. Coffee, and it's designed on this side. If you're interested in how to do this, there is a video tutorial in 3 parts that's called the strip method. You can search using the word strip, and it will take you to how to do that process. So now you have coffee on a mug, and hopefully you were really paying attention when you were laying yours down, unlike me, and you got it exactly where you want it. If you have any little bubbles in it, then you just want to press down on them to move them out or to press them out. So I have one right there, but normally I don't end up with air bubbles because I'm paying attention. All right, but there we go, coffee. Okay, now what you're going to be asking yourself is, what do I put on top of this? Okay, so there is what you want to tell people for this particular one. I normally don't seal these, and that's just my preference. But what I tell them is to, wash the inside of the cup, but try not to get any water on the outside for at least the first 24 to 48 hours. Okay, but even if you get a little water, just pat it dry, lightly with a towel or something. Some people will tell you that you can use triple thick, totally up to you. If you want to use triple thick or Mod Podge, again, that's totally up, excuse me, up to you. Excuse me. You just want to make sure that you're not sitting this coffee mug over in water. You know how we run dishwater and just leave stuff sitting in there, for those of you that still hand wash dishes like me. My dishwasher gets very little use, but you do not want to place this over in a body of water and just let it sit there, okay? A sink of water, sink filled with water, and just let it sit there, because it will mess up your cup, okay? But that is how you can do your first project and not be afraid to kind of play around with Cricut Design Space and things that you can do. So I'll continue to post video tutorials for people that are new to Cricut Design Space. Maybe I'll do one on a t-shirt for a first-time user. Put some ideas out there for me. What I will not do is epoxy. Now, I do epoxy on my own, but I don't educate on how to use epoxy. You'll have to go to YouTube for that. But now you can drink your coffee. I got a bubble right there, and I don't like it. But now you can drink your coffee and look all cute, okay? And people are going to be asking you, girl, where you get that mug from? Girl, I did this last night, honey, while I was watching TV. Girl, I was crafting my behind off. So that is the wrap up. You see how quick and easy it was. And the last thing I want to show you is for your transfer tape. You're just going to take it and apply it right back to that paper. That paper. Apply it right back to the paper for the next time you need a little piece of transfer tape. You got it right there at your hands. Do not use this transfer tape and then turn and throw it in the trash, because you're wasting money. And I keep talking to you guys about wasting money. So you can use this the next time you need it. See how it just sticks right back? The only time I would trash this, if I've used it so many times that it's not working, then I would trash it. But it's going to take a couple of rounds before I would trash this, okay? So that is the end of the process on how you can make your first coffee mug, something simple, quick, and to the point, just to kind of get you going there, because a lot of people do ask the questions that I just answered. Which way do I put the vinyl? Do I mirror it? What is transfer tape? How do I get this off of there? When I'm using glitter vinyl, I can't see what I'm doing. So I've tried to answer those questions in this tutorial for a new user or someone that has had their cutting machine for 2, 1, 3 years and were afraid or intimidated by it after they were excited to get it and now don't know what to do. All right, guys, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Again, you can seal it with triple thick if you like. You can get triple thick at Hobby Lobby's, Michael. I'm not sure if Walmart sell it. Mod Podge, you can put that on there. Totally up to you. But I mean, you don't have to seal it. Just make sure that you're not dipping it in water. And if you get a little water on it, just dab it. Wash inside and around here, but try not to get water on here. But you can seal it. Totally up to you. They do have a Mod Podge that is dishwasher safe. So you can use that if you like. And I wouldn't put it all over the mug, just on the area, because it's going to seal, it's going to dry clear. So just on the area where your coffee is, you can do that. So I do have all of those things that I just mentioned, Mod Podge, triple thick, but again, I don't seal mine because it's not that serious because it's my mug, okay? And I know how to keep it good, okay? All right, guys, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free and letting me know. Each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And again, I will continue to place tutorials out in the group for new users so that you can no longer be intimidated by that cutting machine that you don't spend all that money on, and convince your husband or your family that you really need it and how you can use it to make money. Let's make that money, okay? All right, guys, have a good evening.